Well, welcome to the 40th episode
Holy cow.
of Theater School Rechecks, the podcast.
40 already? Really?
Yes.
Oh, I guess so, huh?
Yeah.
Hot damn. Yay, 40. Yay, 40 like Mario. Happy birthday, friends.
Happy birthday, Mario. We hope you got suitably drunk.
All right, this is staying here.
Okay.
I do not wish to.
You could put it in your car.
I mean, I could.
This is a riveting podcast. We're securing the Ronnie's drink so that it does not get poisoned.
Save the Arnold Palmer. I don't give a shit about poison. Ain't nobody trying to poison my drink. You know why? Because as much as they tried to tell us in school that people were going to drug us or try to give us drugs, it's all bullshit. Drugs are way too expensive for people to just be passing them out all willy-nilly. Now, getting something slipped in my drink as a woman, sure, plausible. But I'm with you, so my drink would have been fine. Anyway.
Right, so that was like the opposite of PSA. That was like, instead of taking care, just fuck it, hey.
There might be a freebie in it. Why not?
Yes. All right, that was Ronnie's class on how to get roofied. But we're not going to explore that because that's going to be some dark areas.
Word.
All right, hey. This doesn't work in this climate anymore, but there used to be a joke in the Coast Guard where a guy would be like, because there's homophobia, and it would be like, hey, if you went camping and you woke up and you were naked and your ass was sore, would you tell anybody? And the thing was, like, obviously, like, you'd be, like, afraid people would think you were gay, so you'd be like, no, I wouldn't tell anybody. And the next step would be, want to go camping?
Nice. That's akin to, like... That's like one of those rapey jokes where, like, it's not rape if you yell surprise.
All right, this is just so fucking dark. Wow. So dark. We're not even OSTF. We're like 3 steps too far.
We just pole vaulted too far.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Tribute
Goals,
to Richard. If you're listening, don't like. He can go more than 1 step too far. He can go 7 steps too far in a single bound. He's like
No
7
pole
boobs.
vaulting?
No, he doesn't even need that. 1 step. In his giant size steps. But Ryan's having fun. Anyway, so we're joined
I've
by.
been having fun most of this evening.
Well, you said it was a bad day, so I'm glad it came around for you.
Super shitty day.
Actually, speaking of, you can find me PlayXComedy.com, and you can't find the Ronnie anywhere. It's at our comedy shows, which she is the showrunner for a show that's coming together in a couple weeks.
Yeah, even though you probably won't hear this until after I've already thrown it out there to you. Sorry for the lag, guys.
We're totally going to hear it beforehand.
Now they are, right?
But,
yeah, it's like playing Jenga and Tetris, and feels kind of, I don't know, it feels kind of cool.
I know, I'm so stoked about it. But, like, I just remember, like, I'm like, I put on shows. Like, there's nothing to putting on shows. It's easy. It's just nothing. You just put a show on. And I'm like, you're going to show run, and you're going to remember those words, and we're going to talk about it after. Like,
well, it doesn't suck. It's not hideous. It's not crazy stressful. I think...
No, but it's something. It takes thought and care. But anyway, what's thinking about is, like, when you said, like, you were feeling bad and you didn't want to come out, but you came out anyway and you had a really good time, it's like, that's one of Richard's things. Like, a lot of times he doesn't want to come out to the shows or hang out in podcasts, but then he does, and he's like, I am really glad I did. It's turned my whole night around.
Kind of. But, I mean, then we're just going to delve back into dark because, like, depression is real. Hug your friends, okay? Check in on them. Make sure they're okay, because shitty days happen to the best of us. And
the PSA come back around.
Yeah, right? At least this one's decent.
Are you saying basically, like, so you said today, like,
I'm saying
don't be depressed?
No, I'm not saying don't be depressed. I'm saying that me, personally, was stuck in a K-hole of just shit-tastic day, and I didn't want to come out. I didn't want to move. I just wanted to become one with my bed and make the world disappear. And I was like, that's a terrible idea. You know damn well if you do that, then nothing will take you. So get up off your fat ass and go play with swords. And so I did.
and she was having a really good time watching people play with swords.
Oh, it totally was. It was incredible. They had all these fun things. Oh man, they had sickles and little stabby things and shiny stabby things and really cool belts to hold all the things, and then all these weird gloves that made you feel like a Ninja Turtle, even if you looked like, I don't know, you looked like the kid from the Multi-Meal commercials. It was great.
Okay, translate that. There's a HEMA club that meets in Cal State Fullerton from 7 to 10 outside the student recreation center. And I thought for a long time that Veronica would really enjoy it. So she came out, and they had Rondel daggers, which are the stabby daggers. And they had metal sabers, but thin metal sabers.
Oh, and one of them got to make all these big sparks on the ground.
It did. When it comes to
and
concrete.
Another one we got to drag, and it made this beautiful sound. Like I could listen to that sword hum for a while.
Because metal rings,
Whoa.
and they did have sickles that they were able to fight close combat with.
Those were neat, but the guy telling him to go for the butt shot was really weirding me out.
Right.
He's like, that cannot be comfortable.
No, but
Anywhere.
and most of them they were playing with long swords, synthetic long swords mostly, which are pretty cool. It's not a style I'm into, but I think the Ronnie is gonna become a longsword fighter before very long.
Probably. I like using both my hands.
Well,
I think what really did it for me too was like the dance club was off to the side, and the music in time with the swords, I was in hog heaven.
well, but your Shinai practice all comes in because the longsword's basically very similar to the katana.
I don't think getting your ass kicked by your friends in the parking lot of a weird apartment complex qualifies. But, I mean, I'll take it. I mean, honestly, the only thing I really did learn at that point was how to take a hit, which is kind of important in Shinai.
Shinai is not. But, I mean, like, but at least it's similar
kind
grip.
of important in life, man. You
Sure.
gotta, like, literally, there's the phrase roll with the punches, right? Well,
Ooh.
I learned how to stop, drop, and roll with the punches.
Speaking of, I learned something possibly.
Uh-oh.
I learned
Drum
that
roll?
the origin of the blood sticking in the water.
Oh, yeah.
They said, one of the guys said that that's because the blood shed in the battlefield is thicker than the water in the
of
womb.
the womb.
Which, again, I'm going to have to verify
Okay.
that and research, but I think that's that's complete opposite of how everyone else interprets it. When they say blood is thicker than water, they usually refer about family.
Well, yeah, it is family. That's how you create family, is from the womb. Yeah. We shouldn't walk back this way. I feel really bad because we're interrupting this tow truck driver, which is
Well, no, but he was saying...
evening
But he was saying
businesswoman.
the actually complete different thing, which was like that the blood in your battle brothers are closer than your family. The water of the womb.
Right.
But people now think when they say blood is thicker than water, they mean that your family is closer than people you know. Because they say blood is thicker than water, so you have to be close with your family than with other people. That's how I hear other people say it, and always have. I've never heard anyone say it in the context of battle brothers before.
Okay.
You're like, okay, well, I don't know how you heard people
I
use it.
wanted to speak to it, but like then I got distracted by Michael Jackson and like Crips and Bloods and that whole deal. And it was way too far afield even for me.
Okay. Anyway,
See? Exactly.
so we're advertising
Okay.
for the HEMA Club in Fullerton, but Ronnie came out and had a lot of fun watching, and then I was like, you gotta participate, and then she did, and then she was mad.
What? I was not mad.
And we gotta revisit that, but
Oh Lord.
so anyway, where are we at? Okay, so you're producing a show, which is gonna happen very shortly.
Yeah.
And what the disaster I had on Sunday. I had a comedy show where nobody showed.
Okay, that was the only part that was a disaster. Everything else was pretty cool. I mean, you got it. Look, let's line up the positives.
I'm
Ready?
listening,
All right. So
and our 5 of listeners are listening as well.
that's true, and you know, chances are your 5 listeners were there. So good job, guys.
Well, no, because you're here.
Oh, that's true. But I was not there, and I'm kind of bummed about it. Like, not that I wanted to be there for like the set-in of disappoint, but I would have loved to have been there for the guts, for the camaraderie, and for just powering through. 'Cause that's damn impressive. Like, I'm so fucking proud of every single one of you. It's ridiculous. Not that I'm not enough already. Yay, dead mom. But that was a really big deal. And you all took it in stride.
No, we didn't take in stride.
I mean,
but we rallied around and we held a comedy show with no audience, and that's something we said for that.
exactly.
We did not give up and go home with our tails between our legs. In fact, I have called and asked to try and book another day, and they're supposed to call me back. Because Doug don't learn.
Oh, that's good. Then Richard will have a date for his show.
That's the idea. That's the main thing, is that I told Richard he could show run in August, and I don't want to, like, not have a venue for him. So I will shell out another $100, even if nobody shows.
Again, these poor guys trying to get laid. We should probably not walk over there again.
You said that, but I don't think he's bothered by us. We're not cops.
I'm pretty sure she's a professional and would just,
She's been watched before.
right?
Yeah. And he might enjoy being watched.
Whoa. I really don't want to find out. So let's
Well,
just,
we're not watching. We're just walking in their vicinity.
I'm good.
All right. I didn't see any evidence of what was going on.
Right, but
I
you also
don't
didn't
doubt
see
you.
me taking pictures of you when you were supposed to be watching what was going on around you at the protest either. So,
Illegal observing. I was looking for the things. Trying to keep an eye on Trump supporters and bad cops, not photographers.
I was trying to keep an eye on him too.
You
There's
fucking
too many cops.
You fucking went on there and said, "Come on, you bitches! I'm here. What you
Well,
gonna do?"
Actually, I asked him why you always gotta wear hoods. Like, what? What is that? Like, if you're so high on your fucking soapbox, why do you have to hide? If you can't be balls out about what you have to say and what you support and what you stand for, that you have to hide under a fucking mask or hood, fuck off. I don't know. I'm just super bitter. But it
Because you wanted to punch somebody, and I was like, "No, don't," because that would be problematic, and you'll get arrested.
Well, yeah.
'Cause
And
there
I
are
had a
cops.
birthday party to go to.
Because there were cops escorting them.
Priorities.
Anyway, yeah.
And a show to MC, so priorities.
Right? And you awesomely MC'd. We've talked about that already, but she was an awesome MC.
Woot.
And there's video evidence that you can see her introducing my video,
Yeah.
telling me I look stunning in camouflage.
Because you do.
I try in my evening camouflage compared to my day camouflage.
Oh, Lord.
Described as if Mr. Clean and G.I. Joe had a baby.
I mean, you
It's
don't
not
have to.
entirely wrong.
I was like, well, all you have to do for Halloween is get yourself a snazzy white t-shirt, so.
Yeah, that's not. I'm too bald. White T-shirt. I don't want to send the wrong message. I'm against the Trump supporters.
Then carry him up. Mr. Clean. Boom.
There's my Halloween costume.
That's what I'm saying.
No. I'll put the. Oh man, who was your favorite G.I. Joe character?
Oh.
We went deep.
Like,
She's rubbing her hands.
just.
Like so many choices.
There really are, though. Like, which generation, though?
Well, let's just say when you watch the cartoon,
Oh, crap.
or if you collected them before there was a cartoon, which was your favorite action figure? Which was your favorite cartoon character?
I don't know. I keep seeing him. I collected more He-Man than G.I. Joe.
I'm sure you did, but the question is.
I know.
is
I'm
G.I.
trying
Joe-
to think about it. Like, I don't think I had many G.I. Joes.
Okay, don't see. Well, that can be just the action figure that exists. You don't have to have owned it, but like you saw it in the store and like that's a super cool action figure. Or you can be like, oh, that was a super cool character in the cartoon. Or just answer the question.
Probably Cobra.
Cobra Commander?
Mm-hmm.
The hooded Cobra Commander or the armored Cobra Commander?
Armor.
Armor was badass. Like, man, I got this armor and I'm like Boba Fett, but I'm also like the leader and I'm a former like used car salesman. I started a cult.
Well, I think it's only Cobra because, like, I played with the neighbors, like the neighbor boys.
As you do.
Well, yeah.
Show me mine, I'll show you yours.
I didn't play that game with the neighbor boys.
Woo! And then we get our lesbian content. Because we don't pander or anything. She's jumping through puddles, people. She is literally jumping through puddles.
We have great sound. Who is your favorite?
Action figure was probably Torpedo. He was a SEAL, and like when I got the action figure, I was like, I want to be a SEAL more than anything. That was like my ambition, and somehow I joined the Coast Guard and became a radio man.
I wanted to join the Navy.
Well, as a kid, I wanted to join the Navy, but like by the time I got to be 17, I was told I had these ideals about not wanting to kill people and save people, and
Yeah, right?
like I was not into like murder, death, kill. But it came back around, and I got back into murder, death, kill, but I was already in the Coast Guard at that point. And I don't regret that idealism, and I still am an idealist today, but like I kind of wish I joined the Navy instead of the Coast Guard. Like a lot.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, so Torpedo was a super cool action figure, but he was a terrible fucking character on G.I. Joe. But he had that, like, he wore a diving suit, well, like, a wetsuit, and it was, like, black, it was gray, and it totally had that, like, nautical camouflage, like, darker underneath.
Oh, and, like, ladies and gentlemen, the secret of the camouflage revealed.
No, nautical like just like the way killer whales are, where they're, like, light on top and dark underneath. Like, it had that
like
effect.
Mama Orca?
It was black and gray, but it was, like, the gray was, like, highlights. It was cool.
Right on.
And my favorite character,
More petals.
More puddles. Well, like, I guess I was thinking like actual like in the G.I. Joe force was probably Shipwreck because it's Sailor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And he had personality. He was the only one who wasn't like, follow rules, fight Cobra, follow rules, fight Cobra. And really, fucking some serious authoritarian training. If it wasn't for G.I. Joe, we might not have Trump.
Oh, he didn't mean it, G.I. Joe.
No, I mean, yeah, but seriously, anyway, but like, I much prefer the anti-authority of Cobra like you. So like on the cartoon, I love the Dreadnoks and Zartan and
No, I
Dextro.
like Cobra because I always got stuck being the bad guy, and I would have him and Skeletor. That's a pretty fucking good team.
Skeletor, I love Skeletor too. He was the best. I was like, why are your plans? I was gonna fail, Skeletor. Man, when I played toys at home, Skeletor always won. Every fucking time.
I do love all of the fun memes that Skeletor is now in.
Oh, you see that fucking Snuggie with Skeletor?
Oh my god.
I want to make Skeletor commercials more than anything.
I wanted a Snuggie until that moment.
I want to make live action Skeletor commercials. I want to get like Richard in like a skull mask.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
And be like, He-Man.
Oh my gosh.
Or, you blundering idiots, if you had Starbucks instead of this generic coffee, we would have killed He-Man or something. I don't know. But I want to make these commercials really bad.
Oh, then can I be crappy evil Lynn?
Of course you can.
Yes!
I mean, inevitably, you'll be a crappy evil Lynn.
It's true.
Oh, that would be fun. I want to. Like, I really want to. I gotta figure out how to make this happen. That's the next series of YouTube videos.
Look out, Chewbacca Mom.
We've done roast battles.
Skeletor Richard.
We've done podcasts. We are totally making Skeletor commercials. We're gonna make Skeletor Starbucks commercials.
So
We're gonna make an actual Skeletor
Why don't you make
commercial.
Skeletor TSR things? Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, there's something to Skeletor doing stand-up, but I feel it's too on the nose. Like, I want to make commercials, but it's just a commercial, but it's Skeletor.
You could make commercials for this administration.
But Skeletor saying murdery things.
Start with Betsy DeVos.
Like, I always dressed up in a Snuggie after killing.
Ugh.
Look at Skeletor. He kills.
He tries to. He fails.
That's only because the cartoon code wouldn't show the deaths. He killed lots of people, just, not He-Man.
Well, Adam was very good at what he did.
Wow, we went far afield and we went deep cuts. All right. Well, wow, that went a long time. So we talked about G.I. Joe and He-Man because that's the intellectual depth of this podcast.
And just like Skeletor, we love you. And check on your friends. And keep a lid on your drink.
And if you're super depressed, think about Skeletor and Snuggie. You can find me, DougXComedy.com. You can find the Ronnie Other Show in a couple weeks.